Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to look at a crisp summary of the novel A Passage to India by E.M. Forster, a powerful novel that dwells into the complexities of British colonial rule, racial tensions, and challenges of friendship across cultural divides. Published in 1924, the classic still resonates with the readers today. So let's dive into it. E.M. Forster's A Passage to India is more than just a historical novel. It's a study of human connection, misunderstanding, and the clash of cultures. Set in the early 20th century during the British Raj, the novel questions whether a true friendship can exist between the British colonizers and the Indian people they govern. Let's break down the plot, meet the key characters, and explore the themes that makes this novel such a profound and timeless work. The story takes place in the fictional town of Chandanpur. The plot revolves around four main characters: Dr. Aziz, a young Indian Muslim physician; Cyril Fielding, an open minded British educator; Adela Quested, a young English woman visiting India; and Mrs. Moore, an older British woman who seeks to understand the country more. The novel begins by the arrival of Adela Quested and Mrs. Moore in Chandanpur. Adela is considering to marry Ronnie Hellshop, the local British magistrate, and Mrs. Moore's son. Both women are curious about Indian culture and want to experience the real India rather than the industrialized British community. One evening, Miss Moore meets Dr. Aziz in a mosque. Their conversation is respectful, and Dr. Aziz is pleased by her openness. Soon after, Adela and Mr. Moore attend a social gathering where they meet Cyril Fielding and Dr. Aziz. To bridge the cultural gap, Dr. Aziz invites the two women to an outgoing to the Marabra caves. The visit to the cave was a disorienting one. Inside one of the caves, Adela had a panic attack after hearing a strange echo. Confused and terrified, she runs away and later accuses Dr. Aziz of attempting to rape her. Dr. Aziz is arrested, and the trial becomes a focal point for the growing racial tension between the British and Indian communities. The British colonizers support Adela's accusation without question, while the Indian community rallies behind Aziz, believing the charges are false. During the trial, Adela begins to doubt her own memory and eventually admits in the court that she was mistaken and that Dr. Aziz did not assault her. Dr. Aziz is acquitted, but the damage to his reputation and the stain on the relationship remains. Dr. Aziz is deeply disillusioned by the experience and withdraws from his friendship with Cyril Fielding, who had supported him during the trial. Adela returns to England, and Mrs. Moore, who had grown spiritually overwhelmed, dies during the journey back to Britain. The novel concludes with Dr. Aziz and Fielding meeting again, but they realize that the colonial divide is too great for their friendship to fully heal. The landscape itself seems to echo the impossibility of a true connection under British rule. The key themes of this novel are colonialism and racism. The novel exposes the racial injustice and prejudice inherited in British rule. The courtroom drama highlights how colonial power wraps justice and relationships. The other themes are cultural misunderstanding, friendship and division, and the Marabra Caves symbolizes the existential uncertainty of life. The echoes hard inside them suggest the futility of human efforts to impose meaning and order. This novel is not just a critique of colonialism, it's a profound exploration of human nature, the limits of empathy, and the barriers that divides us. Whether you are interested in history, psychology, or just a story lover, the novel offers rich layers to uncover. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.